Alright guys, we're back out on the trap line. Obviously we got ourselves a coyote here this evening. This was just kind of like a standard dirt hole set. I'm sure you can see the rocks. I used them as backing, kind of like a trench set here. So we got them in there pretty good, but this is a muddy mess here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clean this up and use this. But this was kind of like a trench set, and what I had in here was some top dog, some black gold, and Coyote Carnage, I think is what I said. I think that's what I said, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing taken care of, and we're going to try to do something here. I don't know what we're going to be able to do, but we're going to try to do some sort of remake here. Alright guys, as you can tell, that's a mess. We're swapping here. I'm not even messing with that sucker. We're going to actually pull the whole chain off of this thing. This little coyote was pulling a little harder than I thought it. I don't really know if I trust this anchor, Bruce. That sucker, for some reason, pulled it up. I don't know if I really trust that, dude. Mm-hmm. That's pretty high. That's really far up that thing pulled him. You know? How high up that was? He's pulling hard. I had that below grade, so he pulled that like 6 inches. That's only an 18-inch, you know, 18-inch stake. So he pulled it a third of the way out. Honestly, I think at this point I'm just going to move it. Alright. Let's go ahead and just put this thing in like right here. Call it good. We're going to put the same type of set that was in here. We're going to put it back in. Again, be a step down set. We're actually going to do a double hole because they're calling for a lot of rain. So we'll do that hole that way, and we're going to do another hole like almost like this. So pulled up on that anchor 6 inches. I had set that anchor too. I set all my anchors before I put them in. Set. All right. Let's bury all this excess chain here. So the way that the MB550s actually sit, they have their swivel points in the center. I always try to make a depression in the center so that trap sits even flatter. Yeah, look at that. I like the trapper's cap. It always shows me where my pan is. Grab that loose straw. Or shake a little dirt down underneath there. Even pressure on both sides, because if you don't, you're gonna pop up the trap. I'm gonna take some little tiny pebbles. I don't want you to step there. I don't want you to step there, and I don't want you to step there. Typically, you can scare coyotes away like this, but obviously didn't on this one, so we're gonna do it again. We're just going to take this and make it look like a bomb went off here. Just throw this all over. Take this rock, put it there, put that one there. Actually, I'm going to put that one there because that screams step. That screams step. Wide open spots are what you're looking for, what I'm saying when I mean that screams a step. So that looks like a step to me, and that looks like a step. Alright. I mean, it looks as good as it's going to look.
You want him to approach from the bottom side is what you want?
What's that?
You want him to approach from the bottom side like where you were?
I do want him to approach from the bottom. I mean, this is going to be mud here, so I can see him approaching from the bottom. Alright, let's bait this thing up. We're going to bait it with the same stuff that did him in. We're coming up on mating season, so they're a little more territorial. You want to go to your gland lures. Top dog predator bait from Hoosier Trapper Outdoors. Now, I don't want too big of a glob because I'm not feeding them. Take that, take the end of that. Take a little dab of black gold, and we're gonna put this up under the rock. We're not even gonna put this in a hole. Doesn't take much of this either. They'll smell that. We'll move that rock. And we'll just put it right over the front of that hole like that. The same thing, but this time we're going to shove this down in that hole with the top dog. Just put that right in that top hole there. Now that's it. I probably didn't need to do the lures because there's so much right here already from just him being here. But we went ahead and we did it anyways. Alright guys, that's a completed remake here, and we're going to get this coyote taken back home, and we'll see you guys on down the line.